guys, this is Emma here. I'm hopping on here today. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about perfectionism. We're going to talk about perfectionism, how to recognize if you've got that going on for you, and what to do about it, and how to get over this block. So my name is Emma. What I do is I work with people who know they have a higher purpose, but feel like they're holding themselves back from fully stepping into it and fully embracing it by releasing the emotional blocks, the fears, all those traumas that keep them from being truly selves and really going for owning their purpose. So, right, how to recognize if you're a perfectionist, right? So let's have a quick chat about that. So, are you still waiting to begin the project because you're waiting for the situation to be perfect, to find the right place, to find exactly the right people, to find the exact website, to make the exact website perfect before you actually begin taking action? If you do that, that's a good indicator that you are procrastinating, and perfectionism, it's just another form of procrastination. So are you like holding yourself back, waiting for everything to be perfect before you begin? Because that is just procrastination. And I love what Elizabeth Gilbert said about this. She wrote Eat, Pray, Love. And she talks about how perfectionism is just fear in high heels. It's just another word for fear. You're just afraid, but you're dressing it up. Oh, I want it to be perfect. But actually, underneath it, there's a greater fear that's not going to work out for you, that you'll be exposed. There's some fear to kind of examine there. So I'm going to talk about how you can deal with that in a minute. So these are the other thing. Do you are you always worried about what other people will think of you? What are they going to say? What are they going to think? What are they going to do? And find that holds you back from it. Also, another sign that you may have a lot of perfectionism going on. Are you very critical with yourself? Do you put yourself down in your head? Are you your own worst enemy? Do you have like this voice going on all the time saying, oh my God, I'm not enough, I can't do that, that'll never be good enough, and then not even try, not even begin, not even working on it? So first step is to recognize that you've got these perfectionist tendencies. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about what to do about it when you've got them. So recognize that it's just fear, it's just another fear. So what you can do is you can start looking at, okay, so what would be the worst thing? What is this fear? Is it a fear of failure? Is it a fear of being seen? Have a little dig around, see what that fear is. This is what I do when I'm working with my clients one-to-one. We find out, what's the worst thing? What's the underlying fear? Find out what that is, reveal it in the light of day, and then we can release the energy that's stuck on there. It's just a way of your mind to keep you safe, and this is the job of the mind, to keep you safe. And sometimes keeping you safe for the mind means keeping you in the same situation that you're already in, rather than going into something that might be a bit dangerous, that might have to be exposed, that that people might recognize that you're not good enough. The second way of dealing with this perfectionist problem is to, rather than just letting that, whenever you notice that inner critic, just keep your ears open for that inner critic. Whenever you feel yourself criticizing yourself, putting yourself down, and interrupt that pattern. If you hear that voice saying, oh, I'm not good enough, it'll never work for me, shift that. And you can also start doing practices in the morning, when you wake up in the morning and before you go to bed, just affirmations and tapping and visualizations, if that's helpful for you, to kind of move beyond this, to get over this, to stop this inner critic ruining and running your life. The typical belief systems that lie under this: I'm not good enough, I can't do it, I'm not worthy. So write them all down on one side of the page, and on the other side write out the beliefs that you do want to have. I am enough, I can do it, I am worthy. This is the antidote. And the third antidote, and this is a really important one, is actually to start taking action. So perfectionism, procrastination, all of these things, that what they don't want is for you to take action. This is what they don't want. So the antidote for it is to actually act, take action. So if you feel that perfectionist voice coming in, break that pattern, start changing the pattern. I'm not good enough. Start telling yourself the new tune. Give yourself the motivation pump yourself up, do what you need to do, and then you've got to act on it. You've got to take just if it's just a little step in the direction of what you're afraid of. Recognize that it's just a fear. It's not the truth. It's just a voice in your head telling you that it's not perfect yet. And the truth is that nothing ever is perfect. Trying to be perfect is an impossible task, because you could never be perfect. We can never, human beings, nothing that we create can ever be perfect. It can only be unique, because that's exactly what we are. So having perfectionism as a standard, it's an impossible goal, and you are setting yourself up for failure. Instead of looking for perfectionism, why not just look to be unique? Look to be something different. Look to be more and more of yourself. And people who resonate with you are going to find you, and people who don't, they're going to go their own way and find someone that does. So perfectionism, remember, it's not true. It's just a belief. It's just a voice in your head. It's not true, the voice of that inner critic. Don't believe it, and change that voice, change that tune. Have a look at those fears. Examine those fears. This is my challenge for you. Write down those fears, look them in the eye, and then you can let them go. So if you feel like this was useful for you guys, I would love to hear in the comments below how you got on with this. And if you feel like you need more help with this kind of thing, give me a comment below, give me a PM message. I'm doing 5-minute, 15-minute chats with people at the moment to see how they can move beyond this inner critic voice to fully step into and embody their purpose and live their passion, because everybody deserves to do that. That's what we're all born to do, and the only thing that's holding us back from that is our own inner critic, our own self-sabotage, this fear, this procrastination, this impossible standards that we set ourselves up for. You can change those things. Find a guide that resonates and start moving in the direction of your dreams. Lots of love and light, and keep living your purpose. Keep living with purpose, passion, and power.